Live coverage of the NBA here on 2K Sports. A happy Sunday evening to you and yours. Tonight, we'll see the Utah Jazz as they play against the New Orleans Pelicans here at their home, the Smoothie King Center. Along with Steve Smith and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And our friend on the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge, we'll be hearing from shortly. DA, it's all yours.
Well, thanks very much, guys. Of course, the NBA has had some legendary trash talkers. But Damian Lillard says it's not really a verbal assault like it used to be in this era.
And the message usually received, DA, thank you. With the regular season just getting started, what's it like for rookies, Greg, who are beginning these new pro careers?
Let me tell you, Kevin, the speed of the pro game is startling. Things are happening so fast, it can take years for the game to slow down.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Jordan Clarkson is out there with Conley. Then it's Olynyk. Then there's Jared Vanderbilt. And it's Markkanen in at the 3. And for New Orleans, McCollum and Jones are their guards. Ingram in the front court with Williamson. And it's Valanciunas in at center. Markkanen against Ingram. Pass to McCollum. From deep three-point range. Rebounded by Clarkson. And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for Utah. That shot misses. Good D by Williamson. Here's Ingram driving inside.
He's very long and slender frame, Brandon Ingram, but very effective at attacking the rim.
Conley against McCollum. Conley kicks to Vanderbilt and stolen by Williamson. Here's Ingram. Oh, the jam by Ingram.
Awesome. Brandon Ingram typically isn't about the flash, but he showed it right there.
Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
Anytime you watch the Jazz, you have to think back to those great Utah teams of the 80s and 90s. They easily could have won a few rings.
Deflects the pass, and so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
The Jazz have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Maybe even more than a few. And Smitty, it seems hard to believe those Jazz didn't win a title or two.
Kevin, well, if it wasn't for a player named Michael Jordan, they probably would have. Those Stockton, Malone Jazz teams ran into Jordan twice in the finals when he was at the peak of his career.
And here's McCollum after Jordan Clarkson hitting the 3. Launches a 3. Rebounded by the Jazz, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Yeah, a snowball effect in that one. One thing would go wrong, then another, really the story of the game.
I was surprised they put up so little fight. That was not the team I expected to see that night. Just a little off to start this game. 1 for 5, looking to find some kind of rhythm.
He had a nice open look right there.
Great ball movement by B.I. Spots a wide open teammate and feeds him.
Here's Conley and the rejection by Valanciunas. Ingram against Markkanen. Ingram kicks to Valanciunas. New Orleans moving it around. Jones from outside drains the three-pointer. Jones has got 5 now.
Look at the big man Valanciunas showing off the playmaking skills.
Outside, Markkanen. Ball's knocked loose. Ingram with the steal. For the finish. Oh, the jam by Ingram.
And for a bigger forward, Ingram handles the rock like a point guard out there. I mean, he's just scary good at dribbling the basketball.
Now here's Conley. Really struggled in the loss against Minnesota. Here's McCollum. Another one falls for New Orleans. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for New Orleans.
For me, they're turning defense into offense, creating opportunities by taking the ball away. Great effort.
And another thing they've done so well is convert fast break opportunities. Great job trusting their guys and getting those easy ones.
And New Orleans going with a whole new group out there. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Rudy Gay's checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Horton Tucker comes in for Vanderbilt. Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Clarkson. And it's Sexton in for Mike Conley. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And he's just good at forcing the issue. Love seeing Sexton stay aggressive and just get under the D's skin.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And he shot 74 from the line a season ago.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. New Orleans leading by 9. Pass to Nance. Here's Alvarado. Puts one up from 19. Again, the Pelicans score.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Horton Tucker. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Horton Tucker is a scorer, someone that tries to give his team a jolt of energy.
And he makes the first. Steve, last season the Pelicans showed signs of progress over previous years.
Well, Kevin, securing their highest finish in 3 years. Yeah, I definitely call that solid progress. And I think this team could be on track to only get better.
Alvarado. And they recover it. Hernan Gomez passes to Graham. Three-pointer. Markkanen pulls it in. Jazz trail by 10. To the paint. Here's Beasley. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Taylor Horton Tucker doing a nice job of finding his teammates. They are loving it.
Alvarado passes to Murphy. Nance against Markkanen. Pass to Alvarado. And it's off from three-point range. Utah's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's Gay over Murphy. It's rebounded by New Orleans. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
It was a terrific performance we got a chance to watch. They got into a nice rhythm and made smart adjustments along the way.
It's blocked, and it's out of bounds. Just touched by Nance. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Here's Beasley. A 3 off the inbound.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing the defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Graham dishes to Nance. Now the pass to Murphy. Markkanen pulls it in.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Leaking out on the break, Horton Tucker loves running out and converting in transition.
Clearly a foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Murphy with the steal. For 3, Nance. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so the first quarter is in the books. Pelicans ahead. They're up by 8. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter.
9.
Pelicans fans, here's your
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Well, what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And you can't cause those mistakes unless you're willing to gamble. So far, they've rolled the dice, and it's paid off.
And so in the game for the Jazz, Jordan Clarkson is out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then it's Conley, then it's Kelly Olynyk, and it's Sexton in at the 2.
After spending almost a decade in Portland, McCollum has adjusted well to playing in his new surroundings.
You know, GA, he's a fantastic player when he's out on the floor. Missed a lot of games over the last 3 years. But when he's feeling right, he is a nightmare to defend. With the reputation of a highlight reel dunker, Zion's always ready to put on a show.
Jazz trail by 11. Sexton on the wing. Shoots from 14. And the shot falls short this time.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Zion Williamson has a very unique game and body. When you look at him on the floor, what do the optics, Steve, tell you about him?
Well, my eyes tell me he's like Shaq, the big diesel, because few guys in NBA history can just out-muscle their opponents. Skill-wise, at that size, he is one of one.
Now, here's Sexton. Conley finds Vanderbilt. Nice ball movement by Utah. Sexton against Jones. Here's Olynyk, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
You know what it is, a lack of concentration. That's a momentum killer.
Pass to Ingram. A 3. A shot, no good. Now the Jazz take it the other way. They can look forward to the Rockets arena after this matchup to take on Houston. That'll be the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Last season, we know the Pelicans made that trade to bring in C.J. McCollum. He says, I think it's a match made in heaven. I'm happy to be here. The cool part is that I haven't had to make any real adjustments. The way I play is the right way. Kevin, back to you.
One is completely changing teams mid-season. Tough thing to do, but he is a veteran that can certainly handle it. Ball in his hands, good things usually happen. Hey, David, thank you for that story. Here's Sexton following the score by New Orleans. And here's Clarkson. He has 5. Back to Conley. A 3. Valanciunas grabs the board.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Here's Williamson. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Williamson's got 6 points in the quarter.
The explosiveness gets Zion through the contact. Defender didn't stand a chance.
Conley, the pass to Olynyk. Tipped away. Stolen by McCollum. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Kicks it out to Jones. It's up a 3. They get it back. Valanciunas finds McCollum. Jones, that's for 2. Poked away and out of bounds as Utah gains possession. Both teams deciding to change it up. Well, if there's one thing, Greg, that defines a modern NBA big man, it is mobility.
And they've got to be able to move their feet and really play in space. Otherwise, they just can't stay on the floor in today's game. And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
The key for Brandon is shooting with confidence. When he does this, he buries these trays.
And the Jazz call time here.
And Devontae Graham's skills as a 3-point marksman are impressive.
GA, the stat sheet says it all. Multiple seasons he's been in the top 20 for 3-point makes, and he loves to find those daggers from 3.
Horton Tucker's checked in for Clarkson. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. To the inside. And that's good from Sexton on the assist by Beasley.
You know, not bashful about positioning himself inside. Sexton knows he has what it takes to score from there.
Graham kicks to McCollum. Over Beasley. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused and they've executed.
Here's Horton Tucker. Outside, Markkanen. Just 5 to shoot. The 15-footer. Another shot. And scoring with the play inside is Gay.
Yeah, despite the injuries he suffered in his career, Rudy Gay remains a pretty good athlete.
Beasley against McCollum. We've got 1:18 left here in the second. Good on the triple.
His second make from beyond the arc this quarter after hitting none in the first.
Beasley outside. Pass to Horton Tucker. Puts it up from 12. And then Gay with the dunk.
I like Rudy Gay on that play, being very aggressive and showing people how to get it done.
Ingram right side. Again, the Pelicans score.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Jazz trail by 19. Sexton the pass to Beasley. Here's Horton Tucker. He's covered by Ingram.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
Up top, Graham. It's McCollum on the wing. From outside, off the mark. Jazz have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Beasley with a clean look. Nailed from three-point land.
For 3.
Beasley's got 5.
I like the extra pass. We know Rudy's a shooter first, but he also understands what this offense requires.
And Ingram launches it from deep. And he's way off from outside. Outside, Sexton. And so it's New Orleans with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone.
22.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Jonas, you guys got off to a strong start. How important was it to set the tone early?
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Boy, a lot of energy in this arena tonight. The hometown fans getting after it. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaquille O'Neal's here. So the first half was all about Brandon Ingram. He had 13 points and 1 assist. So far, he's played a big role for his team here. And Kenny, what did you see out there from the Pelicans?
They played smart. They took their time and limited mistakes. When you value each possession, you eventually will get the shot you want. But when you lose the ball, you have no control over the destiny.
How about you, Shaq? And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Brandon Ingram has been sensational.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
The forwards for him are a pair of Blue Devils, Ingram and Williamson. McCollum and Jones are their guards. And it's Valanciunas in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And that's the group for Willie Green as we begin the second half. Markkanen against Ingram. Markkanen passes to Clarkson. Olynyk trying to break loose. A second chance effort. And Clarkson with the layup. Clarkson's got his third basket of the night right there.
And savvy inside play by Clarkson, getting himself a look right at the basket.
It's Ingram on the wing. He's guarded by Markkanen. A three-pointer is right on target. Jones has got 8.
So they're getting a lot of their points outside the paint 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range. And you know there aren't many teams with a more dedicated fan base than Utah. Jazz fans are behind their team no matter what. Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
Ingram passes to Valanciunas. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Ingram's got his 3rd assist on the night. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Jazz. It's always striking, Greg, to see the bond between the Jazz team and their followers.
Well, when you're the only game in town, people take the team to heart. And we see it in cities like Portland and San Antonio as well. The fans form that attachment to their team.
Here's McCollum. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
It's been tremendous job of play calling and execution. They just continue to increase this lead.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Alvarado's checked in.
Now into the lineup for your
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half.
Jose Alvarado.
Conley kicks to Clarkson, looking to end the run. Pelicans pull it in.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
They get the rebound. Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
Next level strength and athleticism. Zion making his presence felt on the offensive glass.
And the Jazz call time here.
And there had been so much talk about Zion wanting out of New Orleans. That was all put to rest this past summer. Zion signing a loaded extension to keep him with the Pelicans for the next handful of years.
You dance team.
Hernan Gomez is checked in for the Pelicans.
Cheer for your Pelicans.
For Utah, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Clarkson passes to Olynyk. And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
And with an excellent understanding of the game, Olynyk is able to find open teammates.
Passes it to Valanciunas. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Valanciunas has got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Cloak loose. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Here's Conley. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Hernan Gomez has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Out to the right wing from outside the arc. And it's Alvarado missing. The Jazz have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the 3rd. Got that bucket in no time at all. Clarkson's got 10 points in the game.
That's his 2nd three-pointer of the night. 1 in each half. Trying to keep the defense honest.
Ingram against Markkanen. Ingram kicks to Hernan Gomez. Outside, Jones. No good off the back of the rim.
Empty possession, and you don't want to miss these easy looks.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
I think people underestimated the Pelicans last year. They had such a tough start to the season, but still were able to make it to the playoffs.
For the Jazz, Rudy Gage checked in for Vanderbilt. Malik Beasley comes in for Lauri Markkanen. And it's Sexton in for Mike Conley. That first time out of the game called for New Orleans. Unfortunately, the Pelicans did make a first-round exit in the postseason break.
In a series they took to 6 games, but yeah, couldn't put together that deep run. Maybe this year things will be different.
Kicks it to Jones.
In the 3rd, 2 minutes.
Olynyk against Valanciunas. Lays it up off the glass. Valanciunas has got 6 points in the quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Sexton deciding where to go with it. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Pull up Jay. Knocked loose. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. And Utah making a change here. Markkanen's checked in. 1:24 left in the third. Now here's Sexton. He's guarded closely. Knocks it loose. Murphy with the steal. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Jones is running.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Right side, Sexton. Taken away. And pushing it up. Here's New Orleans. Here's Nance. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Nance has got his first basket of the night.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Murphy on top. Covered by Beasley. The pass to Alvarado. Murphy down low. He's up against Beasley. Just 5 on the clock. Murphy can't hit. Clarkson outside. So both teams making some changes here.
Second personal foul. Third team foul. Substitution on the court.
11 seconds left to play in the third. Outside, Sexton. Another miss by Utah. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. And we'll be back with you shortly. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. We've got Rudy Gay, and it's Alexander Walker in at the point. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Hey, Steve, looking at the Utah Jazz, they've been so consistent during the regular season.
Kevin, but they haven't been able to carry this momentum into the postseason. This is a team that wants to win a title so badly, but they know they need to execute better during the playoffs.
Greg, you read about Jimmy Butler starting his own coffee company, and he did that in the NBA bubble, and he drinks, he said, about 5 cups of coffee a day. Do a lot of NBA players drink coffee to keep them going and get that extra burst?
Absolutely. I remember drinking coffee on the bench late in my career. It's kind of a comfort food, warms you up a little bit, and all good things that can get you ready for action, I'm for.
No good from Beasley.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Graham, the pass to Valanciunas. And the layup is good.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Beasley outside. Here's Gay. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
Such a good all-around scorer. It's hard to defend Rudy without overcommitting.
Well, Rudy Gay was born in Brooklyn. Over 100 NBA players hail from that borough of New York City, making it a hotbed for hoops talent.
Marshall, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Daniels kicks to Murphy. Shot clock at 6. Dishes to Daniels. Good on the three-point shot. A lot of talent indeed, and Rudy Gay is just one of many stars hailing from Brooklyn.
And future Hall of Famer Carmelo Anthony was born there. And just like Rudy was in Maryland for high school. Kemba, Bernard King, Lenny Wilkins, other legends from the Brooklyn borough.
Now Daniels. Here's Marshall. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Alexander Walker passes to Azubuike. Yep, that one goes in there.
Playing with good instincts. Nikhil making those around him better.
Daniels with it. Inside. And the Jazz pushing it up now. Here's Gay, and finished off by Gay.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Daniels kicks to Murphy. For three. And another three for New Orleans.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Murphy passes to Marshall. Greg, we're seeing more fines recently for the language that players use with the media. Is that a concern?
I don't think it should be a concern, and I'm not kidding. The league's going to have standards of decorum. You're on TV. You got to keep it together. However, I think that as a society, we're a little more tolerant of certain words that are used in public.
Here's Horton Tucker. He's guarded by Murphy. Just 4 to shoot. Kicks it out to Gay. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And the Pelicans making a change here. Lewis is checked in. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Jazz ball.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Down low, here's Azubuike, and the layup's good off the glass. Azubuike's got 7 points for the quarter.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
Daniels from outside. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession.
Out of bounds. Pelicans ball.
The topic of parity is always front and center with the NBA. So, Steve, how do you see the balance in the league these days?
Well, Kevin, the NBA's done a good job trying to keep financial equality between teams. But the biggest stars want to play in the biggest markets, so parity will always be a factor.
Here's Lewis, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Alexander Walker passes to Foncecchio. Here's Alexander Walker. Chalk up 2 there.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Pelicans.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Brandon Ingram.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer.
Here's Abaji. bangs home the trifecta.
And you gotta like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carryovers into the next game.
They put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
Shots good by Hernan Gomez.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
Here's Azubuike. Rebound by Marshall.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And there's Daniel. That's good on the assist from Marshall.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
Gay inside. Misses in close. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
We look forward to seeing you.
A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Jonas, you have a lot on you in terms of controlling the paint. How do you think you're doing?
I feel good. You know, there is a better game, there is a worse game, but, you know, I'm bringing energy every game. I'm fighting, and my job is take rebounds, set of screens. I'm doing that job.
It's grunt work, but you're good at it. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.